Isn't she supposed to be dead?
Yeah, I'm about as surprised as you are. Now, a fair amount of people have been speculating that there's a good chance that Anna would be the first Season 2 character, and hey, guess what, guys? You were right on the money. And I was hoping to God that you would be wrong. I never liked Anna. She's always been a tough matchup for me, mainly because probably it's the characters I play, and she's no different from Nina, except she's just on crack. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to playing her, but hey, it's a more addition to the game over time. You know, she looks more fun. She looks a little bit more fun than Nina, so I might actually give her a swing. But that's not actually the biggest thing for me. For me, I was mind blown by this Tekken talk. Now, this thing was roughly about 2 hours long, and it was crazy. Like, I didn't expect them to be doing as much as they're doing. They're doing about 1,500 changes, which is absolutely insane. Feels like we're going into, like, it's Season 2, I guess, but seems like we're going into a full-on version 2 of the game because of the changes they're making to the rank system, sidestepping, heat. They're touching a lot of the key points. And the biggest thing about this, it makes me feel like they are actually listening to the community. They actually know exactly what it is that we hate about the game currently, and they're addressing it. And that gives me a lot of faith. It gives me a lot of faith for the longevity of this game, because as much as I have reason to hate Tekken 8, I love it too because it is the best in my favorite fighting franchise. So regardless, before I keep rambling, the rest is just going to be my reaction to the actual Tekken talk itself. Like I said, it was about 2 hours. Managed to cut it down to just under half an hour. So, you know, it's a lot. And I'm looking forward to the full patches when they drop. But if you enjoy the video, don't forget to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the video.
Serves you right. Time to say goodbye. Once and for all. You're done now, you dirty rat.
I don't know, man. How you feeling?
Dude, her rocket's probably gonna be like a meter charge, just like fucking Clive's and gets it.
It's actually gonna be so annoying. It's probably gonna be like
Come over here.
like in terms of like the speed, like what's his name, Victor's shot, but then it's gonna be a low. Ooh.
4 characters and 2 stages.
So as you can see, the first character kicking off Season 2, the 5th overall since the release of Tekken 8, is going to be Anna Williams.
Bro, I've never
on
liked
these
Anna,
dates.
bro.
In
はい、
April?
オフィシャルリリースは一般アクセスが4月の4
They gotta
日
let Clive ride for a little bit more.
に、
Right
We're going to
here.
be talking more about details of the Season Pass coming up, but as like before, if you own the Season Pass, you'll have 72-hour early access to this content. And Days, she actually used a bazooka as well. For some, the Rage Arts mainly.
A bazooka as well.
But this time as well, she has a bazooka. It's slightly different as it kind of transforms. And she's given the name Lovely Tom to it.
そうですね、今回イラストを描いたりだったりコスプレする人にも必要かなと思って、まずちょっと設定の画像とこちらちょっと保存したりして、絵を描く際の参考だったり衣装を作る際の参考にしていただければなと思います。
And so, Nakatsu
案内があったと思うんですが、シーズン2では6つの DLC が登場予定になっております。
So, for Season 2, this is a little graphic that shows you what it looks like. There's going to be
interesting if they kind of like teeing us up, because if you remember what they did with Genmaji Temple and the Clive stage, because they fucked up with Genmaji, right? They just dropped those stages for free. So it's actually kind of interesting that the immediate next character they're doing doesn't come with a stage. And it makes me wonder, like, okay, with the other 2 stages, like here it says the stage is summer with the next character. Are they gonna do that different? Okay, they've kind of renamed it. Okay, I see they're kind of addressing it straight up.
However, if you don't need the stages and you're only interested in purchasing the characters, we'll have a pass for that as well that has the 4 characters.
Damn, so that guarantees no more free stages. No more eating for free, boys. Because for a while now, if you didn't have the Genmaji and the Clive stage, you've been able to get them in your games if at least one person in the match has them, right? I don't know if they're going to keep that, but it seems like we might be out of luck. No more free lunch, boys.
Okay, so let's dive into Season 2.
はい。
Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff.
バージョン 2.0 ですね。が、
You might recall I used to say in Tekken 7 days I have how many pages to translate before you guys can check it out. Nakatsu's mentioned currently we have over 1,500 items on the list currently. So that should give you an idea of the volume.
No way, they're not
今日はそのパッチを
addressing
一個一個上か
1,500
ら見るわけにもいかないんで
items in the game.
スライドより
や
も
つできないパワフォーハルカリ
パ
Even
ワー
a
ポイントが
tenth of that
1500
would
必要
still be
な
a
ので
lot.
今日はそれやらずに
That also speaks to how unbalanced the game is.
PowerPoints are pretty hefty.
They have
So
1,500
we're just
changes
gonna go
to
into
make.
the reasoning.
It should tell you, like, how the hell have we been
overall
playing this,
direction
man?
behind it.
What the fuck?
はいじゃあ早速いきましょうか
Seems like we're in the beta. So let's just quickly go
Character.
over this before they start translating. Expand the strategic options of the heat system to allow players to showcase their individual. I hope this means Lee's going to have an actual useful heat, for one. Two, reevaluate the offensive and defensive balance of the heat system. Okay. I don't know what that means because right now it's all offense, but you're giving me hope, Namco. Don't do that.
And so, point 2, reevaluate the offensive and defensive balance of the heat system for all characters. And the last one is improve controls for a more accessible gameplay experience. And so now we're going to go into each individual
Okay.
item and have some footage to accompany that.
Okay, there we go. Now we're finally getting to it.
はいこれザフィーナなんですけど
Okay, we got some
も
gameplay here.
構えを取った後にこのようにヒートバストが
Ah, so she didn't even need to
So you
get
can
out of
see
her
that,
her initial
Zafina's going through her
stance.
stances, but she
Yeah.
also has access to heat burst.
はいで同じく、ヒートバーストの後に
Just
構え
does
を
it
取って
in
ヒートスマッ
stance?
シュが出
That's
せている
clean
ので
though. I actually like
攻
that.
めの、戦術の幅だったり
Heat smash inside the stance that she has. So this
But is
allows
it a
her to
specific
have various
stance?
different options, but also different combo recipes as well.
はいこれが、一部構えの、キャラクターが、
Staying in the crouch stance
まずは
after the heat engager.
まず普通に走ったパターンとこちらが下方向にレバー入れるとこのように
Oh.
姿勢を
First one you can see
Oh, that's gonna be a
doing the
problem.
heat engager and approaching opponent standing, and then also the crouching version,
That's gonna be
giving
a
her
problem.
more strategic options.
You can immediately see the what this does is for characters like the Mishimas, you can immediately have an easier time going into a wave dash or a hell sweep coming out of your heat burst. So that 50-50 is gotten specifically for Kazuya, but even Heihachi as well and Reina. That's gonna be fucking annoying. But then as well, like I can imagine for my boy Huo, you can do your skyrocket if you hit your just frame. It should be a little bit easier because you can actually go into your wave dash first. And then you have characters like King who are gonna be fucking annoying. Yoshi gonna make me wanna off myself. This is the most polarizing change, but I still kind of like it. But it's like, holy, I'm gonna love and hate this. So they're reducing the chip damage during the heat state overall and decrease additional chip damage when heat dash is
And so
blocked.
this is something that people
Nice.
have been asking for a bit. We decided to reduce the chip damage during the heat state overall. And also, when you would perform a heat dash and rush down your opponent, it would result in a lot of the recoverable health gauge. So this has been adjusted as well.
Between
ヒート時の
like getting
全体的な削りダメー
the
ジを減らすっていう
activation
のと
mid-string,
ヒートダッシュを使った削り
being
か
able
つその後の
to
2択でフィニッシュみたいなと
like
ころを
do your
少し
smash as
緩
well
和し
out
たか
of
ったので
it.
このような変
And
更を
then
加え
they're
てます
reducing the chip damage
One of the
as well.
reasons is that it really stood out that someone would overwhelm their opponent to just have a very oppressive offense, and then they would activate the heat to not do the heat smash, but they would choose to use the chip damage a lot, and then kind of when your opponent only has a little bit left to rush them down with a heat dash.
Yeah,
to have
that's
only
the
a little,
strat.
Yeah, you
little
finish all
sliver
over
of
them when they're
life.
low.
And someone's talking about this in the comments, but another change is that some of the power crush moves that were also heat engagers, like Nina's forward both punches, and also Azusena had one as well. We have reevaluated that because it allows them to not only change the tide of the battle, but then to actually be a little bit too strong in the offensive. So they have been reverted to just being power crush moves.
Oh,
これでニーナ弱くなったって。
that's gonna
別
be
に俺マスタ
interesting.
ーカップで俺がニーナにボコられた。
God, I hate Nina, but Paul too. Especially with that death fist. Oh my
People
God,
were
bro.
saying that because he lost to a Nina at Master Cup that happened. That's not the case though. There's no way we could have done it that quick, anyways. So.
また、変更
Yeah, that's one thing I'm actually looking forward to because right now, a lot of people haven't mentioned him, but a big problem that I hate playing against is Paul. And that's gonna actually be a significant change because the damage Death Fist already does. It's already armor. It's already a power. Like it has way too many positive properties. So at the very least, you're gonna have some kind of room to breathe because it's not a heat engager as well.
So overwhelming. So it's not just a down nerf. It is a nerf in essence, but they do get some other things.
はい、じゃあ、こちらも動画2削り量ですね。今15って出てますが、シーズン1は19減ってました。
So this is just about the chip damage. It says 15 in this current instance, but
oh my
it was
God.
19 previously.
That was actually so much less there.
で、さらに相手が0時状態の時には、こちらシーズン1では12減るチップダメージ4。
Oh, I see.
And you can see that in season 1 it was 12 in the first instance when your opponent has rage. But now it's going to be quite reduced. So you can see if you're the one who has rage and you're being oppressed like this,
yeah,
then
like 4
the
damage.
amount of chip damage you receive is drastically reduced.
Down to 4 damage, dude, from 12.
So like we were saying, as a result, seeing someone just beat the crap out of their opponent, rush them down with a heat dash, and then do a massive amount of chip damage to finish them off, should occur much less than previously. Next, we're going to show some of the changes about Power Crush and Heat Engagers. So now you can see it's changed simply to only the Power Crush property without the Heat Engager property. So you can see she's had Heat Engager properties added to a different move instead, which should give the Azucena players a different way to play her and hopefully enjoy it just in a more fair manner.
I like how they're not scared to actually change things around with these changes. That's a substantial difference, right? It's not a surface level change.
This should give you an idea of what to expect for characters with these properties as a whole. So you can see we've made these changes to the heat and chip damage, but then also different ways to play them as well.
Okay. Should be interesting to see overall, because this does look like, I mean, with them having 1,500 changes, I'd hope, but it looks like they will be making like substantial changes, not only just to like the heat system as a blanket, but going down to the individual character levels and adjusting them with relation to the heat. So it's got me a little bit excited, I'm not going to lie, because at this point I've been losing a lot of faith in Tekken because it's in a rough spot. But this gives me a little bit of hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it might still get better yet. Towards the foreground from a crouching state. Oh my God, I can't. That. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop the presses. I'm good. Season 2, you won. This is. Listen, there were so many things on my wish list for season 2. But you see this right here? Allow lateral movement toward the foreground from a crouching state. Jesus, there is a God. This is the one thing that when Dragunov, and it's perfect, they have him as an example, is railing on your ass, and you have all of these people, Main Man and all these other YouTubers, ain't nothing personal, but they'll tell you, Main Man Sue will look at you and tell you, you're bad, sidestep, you must sidestep to the left. How the fuck am I supposed to do that when I'm up against a wall and I can't step into the foreground or the background? I'm just getting railed. At least now I actually have an option when I'm force crouched by half of Dragunov's moveset. And he's just one example. King's another threat, like another one. Like, it's just, thank God. I need, like, whoo! Bro, I need to actually take a breath, because we could stop the rest of the video. I am good here. This is what I just needed. And now, given, I'm going to take this back when I hate the game after playing for about 30 minutes. But let me have my moment, alright?
So this one's a big thing that players have been asking for quite a long time now.
Since the launch of the game.
If you're crouching, it was hard to move into the foreground of the stage. And this has been changed. So players who are new to the franchise, it might not make a lot of sense, but people who play quite a lot, you'll understand this is a big change.
That's another one. You're going to be able to buffer your sidestepping. So, oh, nice. They're just spreading out the input buffering. They're making it a little bit easier. So sidestepping is not going to feel like as much of a chore, dude.
The second one is you're able to kind of buffer inputs for sidestepping now. And so what this means is up until now you had to know precisely when you were recovered from the animation of your previous move until the input for a sidestep would be accepted. But that's been kind of relaxed a little bit so that sometimes you felt, you know, I input a sidestep and it didn't happen. Why not? Those kind of instances should be a lot less. And so similarly, at the start of the round, you know, when you're deciding what kind of action you want to take right at the bell, we relaxed the input window for that as well. It used to be you had to time it exactly right to get your character to move at the fastest instance, but now it's been relaxed a little bit. So Rada was mentioning this was present in various times throughout the series, such as in Tekken 1, he said you could hold down both punch buttons, left punch, left kick, for example, at the start of the round, and would throw your opponent at the easiest,
you could do that in Tekken 4 too.
available timing.
横移動が出せるようになったところで、
Oh my
横移動が
god!
避けれない連携が手前に行くことで避けられ
You
る。
can actually move, dude. You can
So he's
actually
saying this is
move.
an instance of being able to crouch, to sidestep from a crowd. あれしゃがみからしゃがんでないんだ。
いや、ジンがしゃがみになってるんです、この時。
So he's saying, for example, Jin is able to go into the foreground.
That's actually
入
so
っていった
good.
ところで結構慣れるまでちょっと違和感があるかもしれないですけども、かなり
So this should change a lot of different things about options you might have in certain scenarios. So please check this out when it's applied.
But the significance of this isn't just going to be in these instances when people are engaging on you, like Dragonovs who spam the same shit over and over again. They're all monkeys. Hey, yo, excuse me. We're going to edit that out. But it's also more like when you're getting railed over and over again, which is specifically what they've been addressing. The characters like the Azucena. If you've been playing Tekken 8 lately, it feels like you're in a zoo and you're having to do animal control. They've actually just buffed us. They've given us animal keeper hats and fishnets and told us to go get these animals. Let's go, baby. I want to go into season 2.
The next is kind of showing the input buffer for sidestepping.
はい、こちらちょっとローの連携に対して先行入力で横歩きをするという。
Oh my god, that
こ
is
ちら
perfect.
シーズン1の時には結構
That
タイ
is
ミング
so
を測るのが難しくて、ちょっと食らってたりしたと思うんですけども、先行入
I
力を
love
使うこ
this.
とで
I absolutely
横
love
歩きを
this.
入力して、
As
このよう
someone
にクリ
who
ア
is like comically bad at responding mid-string, the only thing I know how to do is duck, baby, and I do it all day. And I get that option wrong so many times. I've been having to try and train myself to stop that habit, but I have nothing in place of it because the only other option is to just stand there and take it. Not everyone's learning how to Korean backdash, and honestly, I'm not one of them. But thank you. So almost at the perfect time, it seems like my recording ended up cutting off. So it is what it is. I mean, that's just pure luck because if it could have cut off at any point, but that was pretty much the end of the stream there. That's the summary of most of what they've put out with regards to the upcoming changes. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait for them to release the full patch notes along with the entirety of Season 2. But before I continue rambling on forever, I know you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, especially if you made it all the way to the end, make sure you smash that like button, and don't forget to just, hey, if you enjoyed this video, just let me know down in the comments. Regardless, it's been nice having you here, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy, RagingCoolCat, and I'm out. Peace.
I'd love for you to taste my cooking sometime. I'm going to make you pay. Feelings mutual. I love that we're so close, little sis.